Good evening, everybody. It's been forever since I've gone live in here, but I finally found somebody to help me start rebuilding myself within my VIP group and so on and so forth. With that being said, if you've never seen me before, my name is Ruchel. I am from Missouri, as we call misery. So, I just wanted to hop on here and give you all a couple of tips to start that pivot, to start that transition, to start that change that you're wanting in 2021. So, I'm seeing it all over Facebook. I've been seeing it all over Facebook that everybody is ready for 2021. Okay? So, I'm assuming everybody thinks that once the clock strikes midnight at 12 a.m. January 1st, that everything is just going to be so perfect. It's going to be just like it was in 2019. Everything's going to be all honey and no bees. Well, I hate to break the news to whoever thinks that, but that's not the way it's going to be. You have to start the change that you want when that clock strikes midnight on January 1st now, if you want to change for next year. It's not just going to magically happen when it strikes midnight and 2020 is like non-existent. No, I hate to tell you guys, 2021 is going to be exactly the same as 2020. If you've not seen everything going on around the world, it's just a repetitive cycle, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on. It's never ending. It's probably not going to end for years at that. But today was the last day of a 3-day event with Marina Simone. If you don't know her, she is epic. Like, my desk is completely full of papers. I've got all of these papers. I've got all of these papers. I've got all of these papers. It's all notes because I want a better 2021. And I know that I have to change it now if I want it then. So a couple of things that you can personally start doing if you want a better 2021 is, I was going to take notes, guys, but I want this to come straight from the heart as I go. I say whatever comes to mind. But you guys have to start working on mindset. If you don't know me, my team will tell you, my family will tell you, I am huge on mindset. If your mind is not right, your life is not right. My team always tells me, I will try, maybe, I don't know. It's not the way it works, guys. Change those words to I will, I am, and I can. If you start changing those words, do gratitude, guys. I wish I would have brought all my journals over here I got from Rachel Hollis. I have tons, and I just ordered tons more because I'm going to start working on it now. I'm going to start writing down my gratitudes. I'm going to start writing down my affirmations because I want that better 2021. And if you truly want a better, hi Dina, if you truly want a better 2021, guys, I promise you, it starts here. It starts in your mind before it starts anywhere else. The things that come from your mind come to your mouth, and whatever comes out your mouth is the way you live. I'm going to keep saying I hate to tell you, but I hate to tell you, it's life. So start by changing that mindset. Start by changing all of the words that are coming out of your mouth and the way you are thinking. Because if you're sitting here in December wanting a better January 2021, thinking the same crappy thoughts you were thinking in April 2020, you're not going to have a better 2021. And then secondly is who you, hi Hi, Dina. Hi, Robin. A lot of us obviously have friends. We're probably not hanging out with them right now, but take a look at who you message on a regular basis, who you talk to on a regular basis. Because if you really dive in to the conversations you're having with these people, like I said, the words coming out of your mouth is the way you're going to live. And you notice that there is a lot of negative talk or a lot of drama. That's the way it's going to be in 2021, guys. Unfortunately, we can't change situations like family members passing away or somebody getting COVID or anything like that. But as my coaches tell me, and if you know anything about Ruchel Hollis, it all starts with you. Whenever it starts with you, then you can change the people around you and the things around you. So, that said, next thing I would tell you is to, if you don't, inspirational things. I don't know the terminology to talk to you guys like this, but if you don't watch inspirational things and you're always focused on the media, do you know what the media's job is to do? To make you live in fear. This is what they get paid to do. Like, have you ever noticed? I think I've told this to my team, actually. Like, you don't turn on the news and at 9 o'clock, when the 9 o'clock show's over, you're like, yeah, that was so good, I'm gonna go and watch it at 10 o'clock. No. You're like, oh shit, halfway through, I'm done watching this, right? So, if you're feeding yourself what the media is feeding you, you're gonna be miserable. Like in the beginning of COVID, hi Brandy! In the beginning of COVID, I freaked out, guys. If you guys know me, I suffered lots of mental diagnoses. Before I got into the industry I'm in now, I was in bed all day, every day. Fed my kids chicken nuggets after school and I laid back down. And I let the media feed me all of the bull crap about COVID. COVID's real, there's no freaking doubt. But why would you sit and focus on the media telling you stuff that they get paid to do to make you live in fear? Hi, Molly! So, changing from, I would say maybe if you're like feeding into the media, feeding into the election, sure, we want to know who the damn president is, but it's not going to happen at this moment in time. So, instead of watching the media, listening to the media, why don't you go over to YouTube? If you got an iPhone or an Android, which we all do, we're all watching this right now, go to the podcast. You can download Amazon Prime and you can, like, there's a specific tab for podcast. Ruchel Hollis has a podcast. That girl is my woman crush. Like, I love that girl for so many reasons, and I pray to God I meet her one day. And then there are, like, you can even type in inspirational, like in the podcast section. I have on my iPhone, I have a podcast, I guess it just comes with the iPhone, but a podcast app that's already installed, I'm assuming. But I can just go in there and I can type in inspirational, and anything with a podcast description or anything with inspirational in it is going to pop up. And if you like what they're saying and you're resonating with what they're saying, save them and subscribe to them. You're not paying for it. Podcasts are free, but I highly recommend, instead of feeding into the media, listening to inspirational people. Ruchel Hollis, I highly recommend her. Like, you could probably even YouTube her. She's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, she's always going live, she's probably on TikTok. But she's my go-to because I relate to a lot of things that she talks about, and I want that inspiration. I want to be on stage one day. I do. I know it's totally freaking crazy, but I want to be on stage one day And a person that is very motivational and inspirational is who I want to be coming into my ears and coming into my head. If you have negative shit coming into your head, pardon my French, I'm almost 30 years old, I'm gonna cuss. If you have negative stuff going in, you're gonna have negative stuff coming out. So inspirational stuff, super highly recommended. Books, guys. Hang on a second. Like, I didn't plan on moving you guys, but I just started getting books like 3 weeks ago, maybe. But these are all my books I've already invested in. These are my Ruchel Hollis journals. This is the 10X rule, but Ruchel Hollis has Girl Stop Apologizing. She has Didn't See That Coming, which is actually about 2020. She actually went through a divorce in 2020, so very, very inspirational. There's You Are a Badass. These 3 books are from Ruchel Hollis as well, and simply because she didn't talk about sex in her first book that she wrote, which is Party Girl, I believe, nobody would take her book. So she made those 3 books non-fictional, and it's literally her life and growing up into like being with her husband and having kids. So those books would be super amazing. I'm still reading, don't bash me, Girl Wash Your Face. I love it. After this one, I'm going to Girl Stop Apologizing, and then Didn't See That Coming. But books are very, very good. And you can even probably watch movies too, but I can't watch a movie and understand what's going on. So reading, I can take it in more and understand it more. So books are super good for that as well. If you want some book recommendations, message me and we can find out some books for you. And then, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, social media. Guys, some of you guys probably seen like a month ago, sorry guys, I'm fat, I'm out of shape, and this topic like really gets me wound up, so kind of out of breath here. But social media, I lost my social media for 24 hours, guys. I have over 30,000 pictures on Facebook because I thought it was my safe place for storage of pictures. And in this 3-day event, something huge we talked about was, what are you going to do if you don't have social media anymore? Do you have your pictures downloaded? Do you have your pictures on a disk drive or on your laptop or somewhere outside of social media? Because social media is getting ready. If you haven't noticed already, more and more people's Facebook accounts are getting deleted, and things are gonna start getting even crazier. So if you have best friends that you've made on social media, I do. I've made so many good friends on social media, and I'm so glad I have. I recommend you getting Voxer, which I'm going to be talking to my team about tonight. It's a walkie-talkie app, and anybody around the world, not just the US, you can Voxer them. It's just like a walkie-talkie. You press a button, you chat with them. I had it back in 2012. You can text it out, you can send pictures, you can send videos, but because some people don't want to give out their phone numbers, so get an app outside of social media so that if something like that does happen, so many people never knew that they were going to lose their social media accounts. It's even happening on Instagram. Like, I made an Instagram account in case my Facebook got shut down again, but during this event there was so many speakers that said that they lost their Instagram account too. So having like a Voxer, what is that other app? WhatsApp, I think it's WHATSAPP, WhatsApp, and I think it's got like a little phone inside of a circle. That's another good app as well to use to stay connected. But definitely have that backup plan. Make sure your pictures, your videos. I think you can even save your friends and your posts as well. Like there's all kinds of stuff like you can download off of your Facebook account to make sure that you have it in case that were to happen. So make sure you're doing that. I would be so devastated if I lost all my pictures. I don't have pictures on my phone of my babies being born. I have very few pictures of my grandfather on my phone. Everything is on Facebook. And just another little tip about that, you have to, it's in your settings, but you have to request to download that stuff. So it takes like 2 days for them to allow you to download that, but you also have only 24 hours after that approval to download it, and then you have to go back through the process of waiting and waiting again. So be paying attention for that as well. But outside of that, guys, mindset, no media. If you speak and act what you take in. So be listening to inspirational stuff, be reading inspirational books, surround yourself with inspirational people, and make sure you have a backup plan whenever you lose your Facebook. And I'm saying whenever, I'm not saying if, because it's going to happen. But outside of this, I will be going live every Thursday for some tips and good nuggets for you guys, whether you're in business or whether you're just a human being living a human being life or a mom. But that's it for now. I gotta go chat with my team. Hope you guys loved this. If you loved it and it was helpful, comment below helpful. If you need any kind of guidance on inspirational people, inspirational books, whatever, just message me and we can chat. We can find out some people and books and whatever to get you hooked up with so you can start changing that mindset, because that is the #1 thing. But I love you all. Have a great night and I will see you guys later. Bye.